Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight Outta Boston here, and today I'm back for episode number 42 of my Jim Lowry Road to the Show series here on MLB 16, the show. Almost said 15. Actually, I kind of did say 15, but we're going to ignore that. So, anyway, I'm looking at some of the new equipment that I have unlocked here after playing MLB 16 for a little bit more than I did before recording that first Road to the Show episode. So, we've got some new equipment to throw onto Lowry to up some of his attributes. Now, we're taking on the Milwaukee Brewers in this first game of this episode. We're doing another 3 games this episode. And like I said in the last episode, it is still my plan to play out the rest of this regular season, play out the playoffs, and then start to do a little bit more simulating and try to move through the seasons a little bit quicker here. But we are going to be playing the rest of our starts in this stretch run with St. Louis here. This is very important. It is coming down to the wire here. We're not quite battling for the division lead. The Cubs have pulled away. They've got a double-digit lead. They have almost a .650 win percentage, I believe, so far this season. So very hard to match. We are currently fighting for that second wild card, though. We're in a battle with the Pirates, I believe, in our division, and then one other team. I think it might be the Diamondbacks from the NL West who are giving us a little bit of a run for that second wild card. But anyway, taking on Milwaukee, they're one of the cellar dwellers of our division, so I knew it was a good chance to have a good start, and so far we've delivered on that, striking out Matt King. Now we skip ahead to the bottom of the 6th, Segura up to lead things off. First pitch he sees he's going to lay down a bunt, and for the second time today, look at the play Matt Carpenter makes, and I don't know what it is, maybe it's just that Cardinal Devil magic, but it really does seem like that my defense is making a ton of plays behind me since I got picked up by St. Louis, and really not even by superb or extraordinary defenders. I mean, Carpenter's a fine defender in his own right, but when he makes plays like that, it really does surprise me. And then Jason Hayward here with a big 2-run home run while I was on base, so that is one good play made by him. And then on the other end, it's an 0-2 count to Jerry Sands. He's going to strike out there, but we will hear more from Hayward before this game is done. It is Winton Bernard at the dish now. He is going to go the other way with this one. It's Hayward coming on, and he makes the diving catch, full extension on the ground right there. Jason Hayward with an impressive play. So Hayward making a play in the field and making a play at the dish. He has had quite a game so far. Look at the reaction from Lowry. He was pleased with that one. Still bottom 7 now, 2 strikes on Travis Ishikawa. He goes down to the changeup. Another strikeout for Big Jim here. He's got the strikeout pitch working this game. Now in the 8th, that's going to be another strikeout. This one coming on the fastball. And now 2 down, actually 1 down in the 8th now. It is Quentin Berry up. He was pitch hitting. He goes down to the fastball as well. 2 strikeouts this ending now for Jim. He would get through it now onto the bottom of the 9th, 2 down. It is Jerry Sands at the dish. He's going to fly one to center field. John Jay going back on this one. He will make the play. And there it is. Jim Lowry's got his first complete game shutout with the St. Louis Cardinals. A big win here for the team as we take care of business against Milwaukee. Like I said, definitely a team we should have beat, and a team that we were able to control, especially Jim was with their lineup. Really did not have much of a problem. Very easy day for him. 4 hits allowed. Only 7 strikeouts in 9 innings. Not a ton, but like I said, no walks. Only 4 hits, no earned runs. And not a lot of damage. It wasn't very often. I don't know if Milwaukee even got a guy in scoring position all day long now that I think about it. So here we go. Moving forward, we have got a game coming up against the New York Mets here in a bit of a rivalry, so to say. I guess you could call this a rivalry. They've faced off before in the playoffs, and well, I don't know. I guess I'd have to ask Met or Cardinals fans if they really would consider this a rivalry. But here we go now. Taking the mound, showing off one of the new MLB 16 intro animations here as we get the game started. Now taking a look at Jim's stats so far. 2.71 ERA into this game. Still searching for that 10th win, though, as he picked up his 9th in the last gameplay, or in the last game, I should say, as it's Yadier Molina throwing out the attempted base stealer right there. Now it is the 3rd inning. 0-2 count to Noah Syndergaard. That would be the first strikeout of the day for Lowry. So it took him all the way until the pitcher got up to get the first strikeout. But now it is Cesar Puelo at the dish. And again, it's Yadier Molina throwing out the runner as the second time tonight he has caught someone stealing. But we are in a pitcher's duel so far. It's Noah Syndergaard getting us back right here with a striking in the 2-seamer. And I have really not hit the ball very well. You guys have probably noticed I have not put a lot of hitting highlights in. That's because I haven't had a lot of hitting highlights in yet. I have not really worked on my hitting ratings, and don't really plan on it, to be honest. I think I don't know, I'm really not concerned about it. I guess I was kind of justifying it the other day in my head. As you can see, I walk Brock Holt over, then pick up the strikeouts to end the inning. So I was thinking about it the other day, though. It's like, if I don't get on, then as long as I'm not letting the other pitcher get on base, it really is kind of just like canceling each other out, and then I figure I can outduel the other pitcher on the other 8 batters better, or on more nights than not, so to say. So my rule is just if I'm getting the pitcher out, then I'm not really worried about what I'm doing at the dish, and if I'm pitching this well, it probably isn't going to matter. So anyway, there's Mitch Moreland striking out on the pitch in the dirt there, throwing down a first is in time. Still in the 7th now, New York still without a run. It is Travis d'Arnaud, though, hitting this one to deep left center field. This ball is back, and it is gone into the bullpen right there. So finally, a run off of Jim Lowry in this episode. It comes via a solo home run from Travis d'Arnaud. Now still in the 7th, it's Brock Holt up full count, and he is going to work his second walk of the evening here. So Brock Holt proving to be a tough out so far tonight. Next batter is Daryl Stetzelani on the 0-2 count. He goes down on the changeup right there. So Lowry gets through 7. His day would be done. 5 strikeouts to 4 walks. Not a really good ratio right there, but only 2 hits allowed. And the Cardinals do eventually pick up the win thanks to the bullpen there coming through as we get the 3-2 victory. Now we've got one more gameplay coming up into this episode. We're switching our windup now as I continue to play around with some of the new windups in this game. I wanted to check out Jason Hamels. It looks like they improved his a little bit. And we're taking on the Kansas City Royals in this episode, an interstate rivalry here from Kansas City. And again, Yadier Molina, what can you say about this guy throwing out another base runner here in the first inning of this game against the Royals? Now it's bottom 2. Mike Moustakas at the dish, and he's going to become the first strikeout victim for Jim Lowry so far tonight on the fastball. Now it's Christian Colon up. He's going to ground this one up the middle. Stabbed by the shortstop. Hardy flipped to second for one on to first. Throw in the dirt, but picked out nicely by Yonder Alonso there at first. So we turn the double play. Now bottom 5. Kendrys Morales up. He goes down on the changeup. So Lowry is rolling so far. No runs allowed. Kansas City has yet to touch him, and it is now Alex Gordon at the dish. 1-2 count. He goes down on the cut fastball. Up and in right there. He could not catch up to the heat. Take a look at the show track here. Watch, or just look at the location on these pitches right now. A couple of strikes to start out. A nice fouled away two-seamer right there from Gordon. But then look at where the spots on all those pitches were. That is how you get out elite hitting like Alex Gordon. As that was a really impressive AB, I thought, from Lowry. Just dotting all of his pitches right there, staying on the edge of the zone. Now it is later in the game. That's going to be another strike on the breaking ball. Now Salvador Perez with the man on first. He's going to ground this one into the hole there into left field. That's going to go for a base hit. So 2 men get on now in the 7th. And this was surprising. A bit of a quick hook here on Lowry. Maybe throwing a few too many pitches in his last couple starts. But he gets pulled pretty quickly here with 2 men on. And I believe there's only 1 man out at the time he comes out. And it does wind up costing St. Louis. One of those runs did come around to score. And we ended up losing by 1-1, 3-2. Not to say that I necessarily would have worked my way out of that jam, but you never know. Lowry is pretty darn good, so who knows. But anyway, not going to begrudge the manager too much. It was just one decision. If it becomes a trend, then maybe I will be a little more upset, but for now, not too worried. So anyway, that's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'm out. Peace.